Alright, what's up motherfuckers? It's Magnum Supreme bringing you another little video here. Today we're talking Galil versus AK and why the Galil is not a replacement for your AKs. That might be shocking to hear with how much shilling I've been doing for the Galils here lately, but I promise you the AK is still nicer, still a better weapon system overall, and I'm going to explain why here in a moment. Of course, as you all know, recently we acquired the 13-inch Galil Ace Gen 1, obviously in 7.6239, takes AK magazines, optics mounted on the dust cover, more on that later. Quad rail, lower handguard, I've removed the what's it called? The fucking rail covers because they're large and obtrusive, and it's like grabbing on an XL dong. You don't really want to feel that. I'd rather feel the hard, sharp cut of Picatinny like a man. But, you know, AK style safety, thumb style safety, left side charging handle, 13-inch barrel. This thing is basically just my little Jewish AK-104. Now, all the comparisons I'm making today, I'm making to my actual AK-104. As you can see, she still exists in all her beauty. She's just been sitting in the safe for a while the Galil's been getting all the love. Now, one thing I'm going to speak to right out of the gate, which also may surprise some viewers, because in the past I have been one to say, stop complaining about the weight of your rifle and just hit the gym. Okay, well, as I'm sure you know, I hit the gym frequently. I'm big, strong, macho man, and the fucking Galil is too heavy. Okay, it's too heavy. It's excessively heavy. It won't matter if all you do is transport it from the trunk of your car to the shooting bench at the range. You know, that in that sense, the weight's not going to fucking matter. But if you're humping the rifle for a couple miles through the mountains with a load of ammo, a backpack with extra shit in it, you're going to feel the weight, and you're going to agree with me that it's unnecessary. And it's not just the 7.62 Galil. I'd say the same thing about my 5.56 match race gun Galil that I use. They're just fucking heavy rifles. If it's all you got, it'll get the job done. You know, you can hike it as far as you need to, but it's heavier than an AK. And honestly, they're more complicated than an AK. Whenever you get an AK, you just pick it up and start shooting. Well, unfortunately, with this Gen 1 dust cover here, we did have a bit of an issue with our Zero. Now, as you guys know, I did a whole video testing the Gen 2 dust cover, and it did fine. It did acceptable to my standards. This one did not. I didn't do a video on it, not yet at least. I will in the future. But I could observe just right out of the box, the dust cover had a good bit of wobble to it. Like I could physically move the dust cover side to side and watch it fill in this gap here on the receiver. And I knew that wasn't good. I knew that was bad and we needed to shim it up, because also in comparison to the Gen 2 Galil, the dust cover is extremely loose and easy to remove. If you go watch my Gen 2 Ace dust cover holding Zero video test, whatever, you'll see I literally had to get that rifle between my legs and pull on it with my entire body strength to just get the dust cover off. And then same thing to get it reattached. The Gen 1 Galil dust cover comes off and on extremely easy. It's much more comparable to like an AKM dust cover. And that's not good for holding Zero. You guys know how loose some of your AK dust covers can be. So that's a negative point on the Galil. Honestly, the only other major difference is the way you manipulate the safety. I do think it's better than AK safety, you know, having a safety right under your thumb. It's convenient, okay? You can't argue with convenience. Left side charging handle, we've already established in the past, that's always going to be superior to a right side charge. But, you know, check out Clayco's last video, or his most recent video. Krebs Customs sells left side charge bolt carriers now that you can just drop into your AK. So maybe that's not even a problem anymore for us AK guys. One other thing I'll note is the Galil is better for suppression, okay? As you know, or you may not know, the AK-104 and most AK-74s and AK-100 series type rifles have very strange thread pitch on the end of them. It's 24 by 1/2 millimeters right hand, okay? That's some weird commie shit. Thankfully, the Jews out in Israel have hooked us up with 5/8 by 24 muzzle threads on the end of this rifle, so we can put our nice Spectre's Cat muzzle brakes on here and hell, really fucking anything you want. All your Pappy's 308 bolt action hunting rifles that have threaded muzzles, those are all 5/8 by 24. So you can very easily mount a suppressor to these kinds of guns, and the concentricity was perfect right out of the box. Obviously, I ain't got no baffle strikes yet, or you'd know about it. But to close it all off, this is kind of a short video. The weight is the real killer of the platform. If you don't have to walk a really far distance with this gun, then it's going to be an excellent gun. But if you're in the woods traveling long distances through kind of shitty terrain, I don't recommend to take the Galil with you. And it's just something I've learned over this past month of having it. I've had it out in the woods, I've hiked it for miles, and I've been shooting it a lot. The weight helps with the shootability, of course, but it kills you whenever you get to moving a long ways with it. And I can just tell you right here, this Galil without a suppressor is damn near exactly the same weight as my AK-104 with a suppressor. Take that for what you will. Suppressors are in pretty steady and heavy use these days, even by civilians. So it's always something to concern yourself with. With all that having been said, thank you for watching. This has been why the Galil is not a replacement for your AK video. Thank you for watching.